Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, student. Welcome to our second online learning. Today we're going to look at characteristic of wet rice cultivation. In your notes, they are on page 106. Characteristic of wet rice cultivation. The first point, it is an intensive subsistence type of farming. Now, what is intensive subsistence type of farming? Intensive meaning they make use the whole of the land, and subsistence means they grow crop for their own use. Second point, labor intensive, which means there are more workers working on the farm. Another characteristic of wet rice cultivation, the farm is small, less than 0.5 hectares. Rice are grown double cropping, which means they can grow crops 2 times a year. Now, they are using HYV seeds, high rice yielding varieties. HYV seeds is a very good quality of seeds for rice cultivation. Now, traditionally, does not require large amount of capital or money because they use less machinery and family members work as labor. But today, they put more inputs. Money are needed for modern machines, pesticides, fertilizers, and seeds. Now, we are going to look at process of growing paddy. The first process is plowing. Traditionally, they use water buffaloes. And today, they use machines. This process is to break the land and to prepare them for rice farming. Second, sowing the seeds at the nursery. In this process, where you grow seedlings, okay, from seeds to seedlings in the nursery, not directly on the farmland. This process take place at the nursery. Next steps is transplanting. Okay. Now, when the seedlings fully grown at the nursery, then they transplant the seedlings from the nursery onto the field. And traditionally, many workers are needed to transplant the seedlings. And modern way, they use machines to do the job. Okay, in the next process, harvesting. Now, when the rice or padi is fully grown and ripened, bila sudah masak, we cut down the rice. Okay, either manually by just cutting the plant or by using machines. The next process is threshing. In this process, they separate the padi or rice from the stalk. As you can see, you can do it manually or by using the machines. Next process is winnowing. In this process, we separate the unwanted stuff or impurities and the rice or padi. Okay, the last process is milling. In this process, we separate the outer layer or the outer skin of the white rice and to produce the white rice that we eat today. Okay, next we're going to add farm as a system. A system must have inputs, process, and output. For rice farming, the inputs, we have 5 months of growing, temperature over 20 degrees Celsius, high rainfall, flooded flatland, dry time harvesting, alluvial soil to make the soil fertile, labor, buffaloes for plowing, and rice seeds. Under processes, you have plowing, transplanting, harvesting, threshing, weeding, winnowing, and milling. And the output is what you get. Okay, what do we get is rice, manure from buffaloes for fertilizers, and also rice seeds. Now, there are some problems when cultivating rice. The first problem is flooding. Too much water can destroy rice crop. Drought. Some years there are less rainfall, which can destroy the rice crop. Shortage of land and growing population, which means many farms are small and they can't support the family. Since the population is increasing, there will be food shortages. Another problem is if the farmers are poor, they don't have access to machinery and cannot do modern method of farming. Now, the majority of farmland are owned by wealthy landowner. Wealthy here means kepunyaan orang kaya. For many poor farmers, they tend to rent small plot. Diorang sewa tanah. 60% of their output, they give it to the landlord, and the others for themselves. But they work for free.